Warning, this video may contain graphic content such as sexual scenes, violence, gore, boobies, and the rest of the fun stuff. Unfortunately, YouTube won't allow that, so we'll try what we can. Please be over 18 to view this video, and don't say we didn't warn you.
Endlessly searching for an original sin.
Rose had decided not to wear heavy clothes anymore. It was really odd for it to be this warm in the fall. She goddamn looks like Suka. Even so, she decided they were just too hot to wear. She needed some more air. She never wore skirts, but she felt like wearing more right now would be impossible. If she wore more right now, it would be impossible. She'd kept her hair loose. Trying to put it back up for a more professional look kept causing her to have headaches. It was probably best to just leave it down. Actually, believe it or not, that's a thing you can have happen. Depends on how tight you tie them. She also started taking her work far more diligently than she did before. Hey guys, I just wanted to show you one of our newest products in the shop. This one is a very limited edition poster that is actually really beautiful. Bosco went above and beyond with this poster, so you can pick it up in our crowd-made shop. Link, of course, is in the description. It is really, really awesome, so get this poster. Once we have it, once that timer ends, that's it. We're not putting this one back up at all. It is also available through the Patreon for the poster tier, but this is the better way to get it, trust me. So let's get back to the game, shall we? Rose had organized her files, tidied her office, dusted and polished things up. It was only natural. She had to take pride in her work, but she had to be an open source of comfort for the students. Amy was right. She did just need to lighten up a bit. It might be the only thing Amy's ever been right about, but credit where credit is due, she was right. Amy strode into the office like she owned the place. Rose smiled as she walked in and gazed at her boss fondly. Everyone at the school just seemed more pleasant today. Teachers, students, even Amy.
Got a new file coming your way, Rose.
Oh, good. Looks like the file came through. Thanks for sending it over.
Amy paused for a second, seeming to struggle with something she wanted to say.
The students have been talking to me some more. They've been telling me you've been doing much better recently. The teachers and students all say you've been a lot more friendly.
Rose blushed. She'd never been a well-liked person, despite her wealth and beauty. She figured most people just couldn't respect her intelligence. Somehow, this school seemed different now. Everyone was being so nice to her, and she just felt like being nice back. She'd even started caring what the students said when they talked to her about their problems. She hadn't really asked anyone about the drugs all day.
Well, I've been showing them a little bit of proper respect.
She smiled again. The praise felt incredibly strange to her, but pleasant.
A proper counselor is respectful to her students and co-workers.
Well, Rose, I have my own duties to attend to. I hope you enjoy the next training video.
Of course I will, Vice President.
Can you come up here and tell us that, Rose? Can this glitch please die? We're gonna get this in every episode. Amy paused at the door, turned around and gave Rose a long sweeping gaze. It started to at her feet and crept up her legs, to her hips, waist, and finally to the breast where it lingered. Rose was startled. Was Amy checking her out? She opened her mouth in the beginning of a white-hot fury ready to chew her out. Wait for the update. By what I've seen, you have only done like half the game. because the update usually fixes errors where things aren't actually working for me. She instead found herself licking her lips and swallowing her words. It wasn't professional of Amy, but it wouldn't be very respectful for her to chew her boss out. Even if it was something like this, it was really no big deal. She'd still get rid of her eventually. Amy swiftly exited the room.
Wait, what was I thinking? That was sexual harassment. Creep.
She immediately slammed her hands over her mouth. She cringed in horror at having said something so disrespectful about her superior.
Okay, sure, she checked me out. A few days ago, I have torn her head off. I am pretty hot, though. Maybe she just couldn't help it. It's normal to be overwhelmed sometimes and slip.
I would have beat her ass.
Yes, that must be it.
The outburst left her feeling heated, and Rose wished that she'd dressed a little lighter. Hold the fuck on! The cool air against her skin felt wonderful and soothed the discomfort immediately. It wasn't exactly professional of her, but she could fix it. If anyone came knocking, it'd be fine. She put it out of her mind and opened the next video. Despite how bored she'd been with the last 2 videos, she felt elated to view another one. Maybe it was because she'd had so much fun mocking the previous ones. She didn't bother even thinking about a pen or paper. She knew these videos were all but worthless, but it was kind of fun, like watching a schlocky B-movie. That is true. There was a kind of goofy charm to the clunky 90s aesthetic in it. She began the lesson 3. The video opened much as the last 2 did. She immediately found herself playing her game again. She repeated the words in the video, said in the flattest and most monotone voice she could. She wondered briefly if she could make a drinking game out of it instead, but quickly decided against it. She couldn't drink at all on the job, and she'd probably end up with alcohol poisoning within minutes anyway. The annoying flicker. Oh, this time we actually get to see it. Flicker were still there, but the pounding headache didn't seem to come with it. Her head did ache dully, but it was so much easier for her to deal with than before.
A proper counselor is always respectful to her students, co-workers, and superiors. A proper counselor always does what she is told. A proper counselor always obeys. It's disrespectful to disobey.
Rose held back a laugh, continuing the monotone. It was so god-awful.
A proper counselor is always willing to help out her students with romantic problems.
The screen switched to 2 girls making out furiously in the halls. The other student walked by impassive. She couldn't help it. These cheesy depictions of teenage romance were just too much for her. She started giggling helplessly between repeating the words on the screen. She glanced away from the video for a second to her door, pausing it long enough to go lock it. The windows were closed and the blinds were drawn. No one could see inside. She resumed the video, a mad thought flickering in her mind.
A proper counselor shows her respect with her body language.
And that's... give me a fucking save.
Always be wet and horny for her superiors. A teacher
No. Oh god, I hate how you make this game. There we go. That's all you're getting.
always